recording. Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another Cafesito Trading Nights with Sam. Today is Thursday, February the 13th, 2024, 2025. And today we're just gonna be reviewing, we're gonna be doing final checks ups on the markets, seeing what can we take advantage on today and Friday, guys. Because at the end of the day, today and Friday are the ends of the week. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do two things. We're gonna review the pairs, guys. We're gonna start from Euro USD. I'm gonna just take a, you know, I think I'm gonna just clip the image, save this image because honestly, seeing a pair play for you guys, it's one of the greatest feelings, in the world. Knowing that your pairs are playing, knowing that you're actually taking action on things on a daily basis and they're actually, happening. And you're not just, okay, you're just not trading and, not actually having results. And when I mean results, I don't mean anything like big. A lot of people, when they think about results, they only want to see money wise. But one thing that I want you guys to understand is that there's other results. For example, there's results knowing how to mark up a chart, you know. But let's start with EU, guys. Let's start with EU. As we can see, something that EU is doing and that is beautifully doing, it's doing a W formation. If this right here, even if EU pushes down and then he pushes back up, guys, as long as we break above there, we're gonna be in a bullish trend. That's automatically, I can automatically see it based on that. Even if you were to put it in the line chart, is more, you can actually see it a lot better. But even then, guys, it's important for a lot of times this type of things for us to understand. For example, it's important for us to understand market structure. It's important for us to understand W formations, M formations, head and shoulder patterns, things of that matter, because higher highs, higher lows. Because if you don't understand the terminology or you don't understand the basics of trading, what you're going to essentially going to do is that you're putting yourself back instead of putting yourself forward. Does that make sense? Instead of you growing, you're going to be failing because you're not actually going and taking the actions that you're supposed to be taking on a daily basis with the market. But let's get started, guys. So I want to get started with EU. So EU has just came from a strong downtrend. Now it's smacked the daily, guys, and now we are seeing a shift of structure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and mark up the daily, which is still the same zone, guys. The daily zone still hasn't changed, the low daily. Now what we're going to do is we're going to find the high daily. This is the area that we want to see the market go tap, and this is the area where we want to see the market break. Does that make sense? Honestly, EU is a pair that is going to keep having the same markup. We're still going to have the same markup. I don't think anything is going to change. What I will tell you, though, what I will recommend you is that we can possibly be seeing some selling happening if the market reaches like this level right here. Let me see right here. Let me just pull up a new EU because that one's EU or USD. See, where's the other one? Where's the button by F right here? So I'm gonna just utilize this one, guys, instead of that one. Just because the other one is already marked up for us. It looks good and all. And I want us to see things like that. Okay, let me just and I know I started that call a bit later than I was supposed to, guys. I just kid you not, guys. I went to so basically I came from basically work because I still have a job, guys. And could you not, guys? I literally fell asleep. I said I was gonna take a little quick nap. Next thing you know, your boy wakes up about like 2 hours later. So think about it. I was like, damn, 2 hours later. That's fine though. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important for us to get our resting. And, this is important for us to really understand that resting is important, guys. As a trader, you're going to be like, nah, man, I just want to make money, this and that. But what we don't understand is that, actually you need sleep. Yeah, you need that rest. Resting is a gift that, was given to us. So we do have, let me see, this daily structure right here. So I want to see the market maybe go smack this daily right there. I want to see the market break, honestly, break that daily. But I'm gonna just give you guys some zones that we can possibly be taking advantage of buys as we're in a buying motion. So I'm gonna see this, I want to see this zone get utilized one more time, which is 1.04250. And then the next zone that I'm looking into right now, it'll be the higher zone, which is this one right here, which is 1.04403. If we were to put into the 1 hour formation or into the 1 hour structure, we can actually go ahead and leave this one right here. We can actually move it to a lower area. And we can actually leave this one right here just because of the simple fact that we actually look at this candle. That's about 50% of that candle that the market can retrace into, you know? So now we're gonna utilize those two zones, guys, as our buying zones. I honestly see buys happening. You just gotta be patient, you just gotta be patient and understand. Boy, just give me 1 second, because this candle right here is actually it seems, a bit peculiar, you can kind of say. But that might happen when the market reverses, honestly. Because one thing I want you guys to understand is that when the market reverses, like when you see a reversal happening in the market, what you're essentially going to be seeing is a shift of trend within the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frame. That's what you end up seeing. So a lot of times you guys have to understand that when a daily gets smacked, what it's essentially going to do is it's going to change the structure. And essentially that's on this whole candle or this whole wick right here. The money that's left within that wick, which is a liquidity, guys, can potentially get either picked up tomorrow, which is why another reason why I'm looking into this zone right here. Honestly, I'm looking at this zone right here, and I'm not looking at that zone anymore, guys. I'm looking at this other zone right here. Because essentially those can become buying zones, not necessarily today, but even if the market pushes down here, or at least within this zone, guys, 4 hour wise, we understand that the market is in an uptrend. Even if the market comes into this zone, as long as the market stays above this level right here, we're going to be seeing buying motion happening. So I want to see the market stay above this level right here. And we're going to be seeing buying motion as long as the market smacks that zone right here. So those are my two zones that I'm going to be looking into, honestly. And I'll explain to you guys why is it that I'm looking at those two zones. It's just going to be market continuation that you're going to be looking into overall. Let me see. Yeah, we can possibly see in the pullback, little pullback for the continuation, the market broke structure. We are in a higher, formation market, as we are seeing. If we actually take a look how the market is forming, you guys see the break of structure. Then we see a what? Higher low. Guess what? Higher high, higher low, higher high. Smack the daily, sales. That could potentially be the move that we could potentially be looking into, guys. So I want you guys to understand when I'm looking at the markets, I'm not just looking at making money right now. I'm looking at what areas could I possibly, position myself in future references, not just as of right now. What if this move doesn't play into Monday? Guess what? We're good. Or into Sunday night. This move right here may not even play tomorrow, guys, because it's Valentine's. It may play the next day. So think about that as well, guys. Now we're gonna go ahead and oh, my bad, guys. That was the audio that was listening to. This video, guys, dope, honestly. If you guys want to watch it really good, it's going to be this video right here. I've been watching it, and honestly, it's just been blowing my mind, So we're going to put down where we have our liquidity. So liquidity, guys, one more time. For those of you guys who don't know what liquidity is, all liquidity is basically money that's left behind. Money that's, left behind in the table. And two things that the market likes to do, it likes to build up liquidity and it likes to take out liquidity. Point blank period, If we look at the past where the market has been in before, we can see that there was liquidity in this zone, which is why we saw the market push up. If you actually guys understand liquidity, we can see and we can understand that the market came for this liquidity right here. And guess what? It took it out, and look at what happened in that zone, guys. As it took out that liquidity, it reversed on us. And a lot of times you guys don't look for those areas. That's why a lot of you guys just keep getting stopped out within the market. And I may be, hitting some stepping on some toes, but it is the truth. You guys are not looking for liquidity. You guys are not looking for things that are actually affecting the market are actually there. All we're focusing on is in the money and not focusing so much in the skill set. If we look at the liquidity, guys, guess what? The market came for this liquidity today within, there was news supposedly. People were scared of news. Guess what? News don't scare me. And if you're scared of news, then I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're just gonna be scared your whole life. So we might see this push up, guys, to the downside. I want to see some of that liquidity get filled in. That's gonna be about 50%. If we look at this, guys, remember this: money on, money off, money on. That means that within the body wise, we can see the money. We can see that they drove price to the downside, which is the liquidity, but we can see that they closed around here, guys. So we're in an uptrend. I just want to see a pullback and a continuation. GJ, guys, I am in a GJ trade right now. I'm in active sales right now. Honestly, as we can see, if you know trend chart, guys, if you know the market smack already. The market already right here. Even then, guys, if we go to a 15-minute time frame for all my trend chart traders, you know, we can see that the market broke structure. You retest it, guess what? It's gone. Bye-bye. Deuces. So you can still utilize that zone, guys. At the end of the day, if we actually look at it into the 4 hour, into the 1 hour, we can see that body-wise, guys, the market did close below this low right here. So as you can see, this was supposed to be the move that they were planning on doing. You also got to look at the opposite. They were supposed to close the market here and then push it up. But instead, what did they do? They used it, they pushed up, and guess what? They pulled down, closing below there. That's what they ended up doing. So they tricked a lot of buyers into buying and they took them out. That's called bigger market movement. That's how you know that you're not in control of the market. That's how you know that the ones that are in control of the market is JP Morgan Chase, the Federal Reserve, the government, guys. So think about that. So we're gonna be seeing selling motion with GJ. One thing that I didn't do with EU. Okay. We're gonna go back that. We're gonna go back into that in a second because gold is looking pretty good. So one thing that we didn't do with EU, you guys know, Fibonacci extension from liquidity to liquidity. We can see that where the market pushed into, you guys see the 50%, the market was meant to push into that zone. Guess what? Right now, it broke above 23.60. So that's already telling me that the market is looking to push up. If we look into this zone, it broke above that one. It might retrace into 23.60. You might even push down and actually create a 4-hour wick. So we might see the market push down, create a 4-hour wick or like a 1-hour wick, and then we can just see the movement happen, guys. So that's what I'm looking into. Okay, GJ, I am seeing sales, guys. The sales are active. GJ likes to do his thing though. If we look at even into the 4-hour, guys, the market, actually broke structure within the 4 hours as well, which is this. This was the low. And the market was actually, and even then, guys, the market stayed below this high, and we can see that the reversals happen, guys. Hit, sell, push back, sell. Guess what? Even right here, when the market sold, it still pulled back, and guess what? Now we may start seeing, the selling motion happen, guys. The neckline now. What? Buy what? Buy EU. Oh yeah. So it is a good time to sell. I'm gonna be honest, guys. It is a good time to sell. I don't really tell you guys to get into trades unless, if you guys want to, you guys can go ahead and get into trades. But I don't necessarily be like, oh, go ahead and take a trade. You know what I'm saying? And the other reason why I want to see the sales happening, guys, is this. You know what I'm saying? If we look at the market structure, you guys know I love my market structure. Guess what? The market failed to hold, and then guess what? It just pushed down. If we look at the trend that's getting built right now within the market, this is the trend, guys. Saying right here is when the market just fell, guys, and then it just started to, you know. This is why I want to see this, guys. Because look at that. Look where the market's. Let me go into the 4 hour. I think it is gonna look better into the 4 hour, or maybe yeah, right here. No, it looks better in the daily. Ain't gonna cap to you guys. But if we look at the market, you see how it literally it sells or it, from the neckline. If we look at that area right there, if we look for the market sold from, look at that. Guess what? That was the previous support. Now it became a resistance. You know what I'm saying? Look at where the market sold, guys. From this is support and this is support. You know what I'm saying? And it's those little things that we always miss when we're trading, guys, when we're looking at the markets. And if we want to sell from a good zone, and if we look at the overall from here all the way to up there, you know, we can see that the zone 50% is around that zone, guys. Guess what? The market already sold from 61.80. The market broke below 23.60. If it would have stayed above, then possibly we could have been looking at some buying motion. So honestly, guys, 800 pips are gonna be secure in our bags. And no claiming. No, I'm not claiming, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, even if we were to look at this from here all the way to up there, guys, you know what I'm saying? Or even from today's, just based on today's move, guys, 50% Fibonacci. You know what I'm saying? And that's just based on today. So sales could be coming into TJ. I will now want to see gold, guys. I know a lot of you guys are trading gold. I know a lot of you guys are some gold diggers. Yeah, gold. Hey, don't cancel me, guys. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Look at this, guys. This was a trade that we took. I don't know if you guys remember when we took these sales. And ever since then, the market has just been buying, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I mean, the whole candle, if this whole candle would have been 4 hour red, that thing would have been selling. So let's just finish marking up for the week. As we are seeing, the market's creating a red candle. Um, I mean, I ain't even mad if it starts just to sell for us, guys, because if the market's ready to turn around, it's gonna be ready to turn around on us. The market, like gold, is really volatile, so it can really switch its trend like faster than you will actually think. Yeah, period. Bet. So we have a daily. We have the next daily down here. Okay. From there, we're gonna move on to the 4 hour. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful moves. Yeah, we might see some selling and then some buying continuation if the market wants to continue buying. So let's see. So the market did ended up breaking structure right here. And at the end of the day, guys, we have to understand I know a lot of us like to trade within the 1 hour, like to see that the 1 hour as a bigger time frame. Yes, the bigger time frame, that 1 hour is actually a bigger time frame. But the 4 hours actually where things actually happen. You know what I'm saying? Break of structure. I want to see some selling happen, guys. I don't now we're gonna look for the selling zones for the areas that we might see some selling happening or some, I mean, yeah, we might see some buys happening in some areas, guys. Um, Honestly, that's a good buying area right there. The market has previously been in that zone or even down here, guys, because he might come and pick up some of this liquidity and then just push up. So my two zones that I'm looking into, guys, it's these two zones right here. So those are the two zones that I want to see the market sell into. And from the market selling into those two zones, I will be looking at those two zones as buying zones. You know what I'm saying? So it can possibly be this one now that I'm in the 1 hour and this one. You know what I'm saying? As long as the market stays above those two zones, we could possibly be seeing buys. I don't want to see the market, if the market ends up closing below here, the market change is shifting structures. So that's 29.08, guys. So I'm looking into buying motion, honestly. So so 29.18.96 and then 29.13.60. The difference between those two is 50 pips. So whichever one you get into, guys, it's gonna be just a 50 pip difference between them two. So I do want to see the market push into that zone. We did see the obviously trend chart play within here. Or yeah. I mean, it already broke it, so that's what we're seeing the sales. But I do want to see honestly buys happening without a doubt. I do want. I mean, the market might be filling in some of this liquid, some of that right there, guys. As we saw today, we did see the market came down, pushed up, broken both die, and then that was that one that's getting created. So yeah, this is the new setup that I'm looking into, guys. I'm looking at buys, but I much remember you sell high and you buy low, guys. And you also gotta remember that the trend is your friend. So follow the trend, guys. At the end of the day, the market they came to this zone right here. We actually look into it. That's the zone that we saw the market reverse. If we look up from here to here, we can see that the market, one of the areas is at 38.20 zone. We're seeing that the market's holding itself, could be holding itself at 38.20, which is around 29.13.60. And even if we were to do this, guys, even if we were to just like look at this one right here, guess what? Even if we were just to look at from here to this candle right here, the market sold from the 23.60 area from that candle right here. So as long as the market buys between the 61.80, which we can see that's where the market closed in that area right there, right here. As long as we can see the market maybe like close above or buy from 61.80, we are going to be buying from a previous resistance, which is not going to be a support. You can utilize that zone, guys. Can I get a 1-1 in the chat if that makes sense, guys? Can I get a 1-1 in the chat if that makes sense? Because I want it to make sense, you know what I'm saying? Because if it makes sense, it makes money, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now we're gonna look for the liquidity as well. So yeah, guys, I'm in buys. Honestly, like the past few Fridays, he's just been buys with gold. I'm telling you, she a gold digger, you know what I'm saying? She be coming for your money. So essentially, I do want to see this whole candle get wiped out, but that would be more like if the market were to go smack the daily right there. Because the market has to come for that money. If you look at this, guys, the market essentially hasn't even hit the daily in reality. It reversed from it, but it hasn't hit it fully. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Can I get a one more in the chat, guys, if that makes sense? The market hasn't really hit that daily. And guess what? The market did is following market structure. So we could potentially be seeing this. You know what I'm saying? And that's just market structure, guys. Yeah, that's the zone that I'm looking into. Yeah, around like that area right there. I mean, all of them are pointing towards the same zone, guys. So between here, guys, that's the. I mean, we could possibly, yeah, that area right there is valid, but I see stronger trend towards around here. Even you, and this is something else that you guys can utilize. Strong magnet. What the strong magnet does for you is they find areas, really good areas. There are attraction points. See, let me change the color. Look at that, guys. Wow. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I didn't even all I did was play with the tools, you know what I'm saying? Look at 2919.42, guys. That's a strong area. and that's 2918.38 zone. So I don't know, guys. I'm just saying that tools are just making sense. Now we're gonna look at the cousin. Let's see what the cousin is telling us. Let's see what the cousin is telling us. And the cousin actually, dictates a lot of what happens to gold. A lot of times that cousin, which is silver, if you guys hear me say, oh, the cousin of gold, it's silver, all right? That's the cousin of gold. Yeah, they ain't sisters, they just cousins. You know what I'm saying? Silver won't take the money as much as gold, so just saying. Yeah, we have this lady right here. She a gold digger. No, she a silver digger now. Same thing, guys. We might see the daily get smacked. I do want to go ahead and see that happening. So we might see some pullbacks into this zone right here. That's the first one that I'm looking into. And then from there, the second one that I'm looking into buys will be the zone just right above it, guys, which is this one right here. I do want to see the market maybe pull back a bit more. If we look into the 1 hour time frame, this is where we can actually fix. So yeah, this zone right here, guys, that's where I want to see the market push into. And I want to see the buys with silver, so we can go ahead and smack the daily. And then after smack the daily, we might see the sales happening. So, I mean, silver is looking like it's about to make a bigger move, guys. So keep an eye out on that, guys. Silver might actually be looking to make a bigger move. Let me put this daily right here. Honestly, that whole week is calling my name. It's looking pretty good. Let me look into. Who knows if the market actually spikes, we might even see the market reach all the way up here, guys. Which I wouldn't even be surprised if silver does end up doing that. That means that's gonna make gold just explode to the upside down, to the upside, guys. You know what I'm saying? So keep an eye on that for that. Keep an eye out for that, guys. So buys in silver, buys in gold, buys in euro, and sells on GJ. We're gonna review it one more time before we end it, before we end the call. Okay. I mean, we did see that break of structure happening, guys. So we might see that retest continuation. See this right here. Yep, about 50% Fibonacci retracement, continuation, and then we're good to go. We have the liquidity up here. And then we have liquidity down here. So don't be surprised also, guys, if the market does end up just buying, you know what I'm saying? Or selling, like does a big sell. Because that might just be a wick at the end of the day. So think about that as well. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at them one more time. Yep. Sales in Europe might happen to we can get the big buys. Buys in Europe, okay. Sells in GJ, buys in gold and buys in silver. Sounds good, guys. Anybody has any questions for me? Let me just check one more pair, which is the USD chef. I know you had it, bro. I think. Let me just do USD chef real quick. You know what I'm saying it'll just be a quick, check on the pair. I'm gonna be honest. I think I traded chef one time, a long time ago. I haven't traded chef ever since then. See, just breaking it lower. Yeah, she might keep I mean she failed to hold right here. Yeah, she's smacked the daily. That's what she turned around right there because she did damn. Chef did do a big move right here. Okay. Precios eterno. Yeah, look at that, guys. 38.20 daily zone. We'll move into that 1 4 hour. Chef might actually be in a downtrend already, Brody. So if you took big sales on Chef, keep holding because that thing is just gonna keep selling on it. If you took all of it from the top. I mean, if you want to take advantage of another one, if you're just a quick trader, you know what I'm saying, you come in and out. Yeah, yeah. So those are the two zones that I'm looking at right now. You see. Yeah. So yeah, the trend is just pushing down. It's just in a downtrend, honestly. So right here. I know that feeling when you're like when you take a trade and then you have somebody else checking you, they're looking at sales and you're already in it. It's a good feeling, to be honest. So yeah, Chef is gonna keep selling, guys. If you guys don't know what Chef is, it's basically mm, the sweet. Wait, what is the? I look. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Swiss francs and the dollar. Okay, I ain't gonna. That. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, we might see some push into these two zones. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she actually pushes into the higher zone. The simple fact because it is a higher zone, and if we use a Fibonacci from zone to zone, oof, this right here. Let's go. Look at that. 61.80. Even if she pushes into 50% and she wakes 50%, just wait for the market close and see where the market actually closes. Not where the market is driven to, which is the wick, but where the market closed at, which is the actual body of the market. Like right here, they drove price all the way to 990,449, but they closed the price at 90724. So think about that. So anywhere like right here or right here. And let me see, liquidity wise, you have liquidity here. So we have liquidity right there. We have liquidity right here, which is why we might see the market just push into those two zones. And then from there, let's just wait and let's see also if the market's completely gonna close itself. Um, if the market's completely gonna close itself, what I want to see is the market close anything. If the market pushes below here and closes, you're definitely gonna be seeing this whole daily gonna go smack. So if you took that trade from up here, I will recommend you really want to become a trader who only wants to take a trade or two a week, hold this trade. If you took it from the top, hold this trade. Unless here goes the only way that I will tell you to pull out. If she comes and not the 1 hour, but the 4 hour wise, if she comes right here, pushes up, pushes back down, holds herself, and starts to push back up. You know what I'm saying? That's the only one I would be like, bro, close it out. Only if she starts, instead of closing down here, she closes right here. You know what I'm saying? That would be the only ways that would tell you know what I'm saying, close the trade. But other than that, I mean, she did fail to hold itself above there. She did fail yeah, so we might just be the next move that might happen. Let me just move this pair to up here since you're gonna be my calls now. I'm gonna just move that pair to down there. So yeah, guys, you guys already know I'm gonna drop this after this call. It's over. Yeah, no problem, brother. Anytime. Yeah, I'm about to just want to go ahead and take a screenshot I'm about to send this out, you know what I'm saying? Uh, 4 hour floor. I'm about to send this out in the chat, so you guys can go ahead and take advantage of it, of the zones and all that. And that, guys, for you guys on my YouTube channel, guys, thank you guys so much for hopping on. And I'll like, comment, subscribe, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.